If today you feel that something in your life has broken and you cannot understand why God allowed it, pause for a moment. Perhaps a door you longed to see open suddenly closed. Perhaps a relationship changed, a dream came to a halt, or a path that once felt certain disappeared before you. And now your heart is filled with questions. Lord, why did this happen? Why now? Why in this way? But there is something you need to hear today. God does not make mistakes. Even if you do not understand it now, although everything feels confusing, although the pain is still present, God still sees your whole story. Because while you see a difficult moment, He is already seeing the purpose. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, we will discover something that can change the way you see what you are going through. And what troubles your heart today, let us place it now before God. Lord, so often we associate your blessing with what is easy. We think that if everything goes well, if doors open, if the path seems clear, then it must mean that you are guiding us. But when difficulties come, when something breaks, when life takes an unexpected turn, our hearts begin to doubt. And we forget something important. Many of the most valuable things you form within us are born precisely in those moments. Because character is not formed in comfort. Faith does not grow when everything is simple, and true trust does not appear when all the answers are clear. Very often, it is born in the trial. In those moments when we keep walking, even without understanding. Lord, help me understand that even pain can hold a purpose. Not because you delight in my suffering, but because so often you use those moments to shape my heart. Like the potter who works the clay with patience, pressing, shaping, correcting, until the vessel takes its form. So you also work in my life, even when I do not see it, even when I do not understand it, even when the process feels difficult. Because sometimes, Lord, the place that hurts the most becomes the place where you are working the most. And your word shows us that this is true. Joseph was betrayed by his brothers, sold as a slave, falsely accused, and forgotten in prison. At first glance, it seemed like a story of loss and pain. But in the end, Joseph was able to say, "You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good." What seems like loss today may become the door to something greater. And what feels like a fall today may be part of the path leading me to where you are calling me. So today, Lord, I place into your hands even what I still do not understand. The unanswered questions, the moments that still hurt, the paths that did not unfold as I expected. Because I trust that even in the midst of all this, you are still at work. And what feels confusing today will one day reveal the purpose you are already preparing. There are moments in life when a door closes without warning. Everything seemed to be moving forward. Everything made sense. And suddenly, the path changes. What we hoped for does not happen. An opportunity disappears. A project comes to a stop. And the heart is left full of questions. Because when a door closes, the first thing we feel is loss. We feel that something important slipped through our hands. But with time, many discover a truth that changes everything. Not every closed door is rejection. Sometimes, it is protection. God does not guide your life only through what He opens. He also cares for you through what He chooses to close. Because He sees farther than you can see. You see the present moment. God sees the whole path. You see what you desired. God also sees what could have harmed you. So today, Lord, I bring before you those moments I still do not understand. The doors that closed, the opportunities that never returned, the paths that changed direction. Perhaps I once thought I had lost something important, But today, teach me to see differently, not as abandonment, but as your care. Because I know you do not act only in what you give. You also act in what you lovingly remove. Your love is not always revealed in what I receive. Many times, it is revealed in what you know I do not need. And even if I do not understand it now, faith teaches me to trust that your vision is greater than mine. So today, I place my plans in your hands, the paths I imagined, the doors I hoped would open, the outcomes I expected. And I say with humility, if something did not happen the way I hoped, teach me to trust that you are still guiding my life. Give me a heart willing to follow you, even when the road changes. Give me serenity to move forward in faith without living in the past, because I know my story is held in your hands. And if today there is something in your life you still do not understand, you may write in the comments, God's timing is perfect. Just trust. Sometimes a small act of faith is enough to remind the heart that even when a door closes, God's love is still guiding every step. And now, let that faith rest deep within your heart. Pause and enter this moment of silence. If you are in a quiet place, gently close your eyes. Breathe slowly and allow everything within you to grow still in the presence of God. Because there is something we all experience at some point in our journey of faith. There are seasons when we pray and heaven seems silent. Moments when we seek answers and all we find is waiting. We speak to God from the depths of our heart and silence meets us. And in that silence, the mind begins to stir. Questions arise, doubts, thoughts that had no place before. We wonder if God heard us, if something changed, if we are still seen by Him. But there is a truth that often is only understood with time. God's silence is not absence, it is depth. Because while you wait for an immediate answer, God is already working in the unseen, moving what you cannot see, preparing what you do not yet understand, ordering what has not yet taken form. This is how the Lord often works, not through noise, but in the depths, not through what is obvious, but through what is quietly growing. Like a seed beneath the soil, during days, nothing seems to happen. The surface remains unchanged. But beneath, something is taking place. Roots are forming. Life is unfolding in silence. So it is with many of your prayers. It may seem that nothing is changing, but God has not stopped working. You may not perceive it, but something is already taking shape. So if today you are in a moment where answers are not clear, do not let silence extinguish your faith. Perhaps the Lord is preparing something beyond what you can imagine, strengthening your heart and aligning paths you cannot yet see. Because God never abandons those who trust in Him. Even when you do not see Him, His presence is still holding your story. So in this moment of prayer, remember this truth. You are not alone. God is still here. Even when you do not hear answers, His love is still walking with you. And perhaps today, what the Lord desires from you is not a perfect explanation, but a heart that continues to trust. With time, the heart begins to understand what once seemed impossible. Many of the experiences that caused the deepest pain ended up teaching us what we could not have learned otherwise. Not because God delights in suffering, but because His love is so great that He can transform trials into paths of growth. The life of faith does not always follow easy roads. There are moments of waiting, of uncertainty, moments when the soul must learn to trust beyond what it understands. But when we look back, many stories reveal something beautiful. What seemed like the end became the beginning of something new. What felt like loss made room for a blessing we could not yet see. Because God wastes nothing. Every moment, even the most difficult, can become a seed He uses to form something deeper within us. A stronger faith, a more patient heart, a hope that has matured. Perhaps today you still do not fully understand what you are living through. Perhaps there are questions still unanswered. And yet, even in the midst of that uncertainty, God is still working, preparing paths, ordering what is yet unseen. So today, Lord, I place my trials before you. The doubts, the weariness, the moments I still cannot understand. I trust that your love is working even there, because when you are present, even wounds can become testimony. What feels like a trial today, tomorrow may become the story that strengthens another. What feels like waiting today may be the very season where you are preparing something greater. So today, I rest in your hands. Even if I do not see clearly, I trust that my story is guided by your love. And if today your heart needs to remember that God is still caring for your life, do not leave this moment without receiving what He has prepared for you. Click on the prayer appearing on your screen. Receive divine provision. Perhaps that is the word your soul needs today. And if this reflection touched your heart, write in the comments, God has a plan. Sometimes a simple declaration of faith can bring peace to the heart and remind us that even in the process, God is still guiding our story. If you feel that God has spoken to you through these words, join this family of prayer so that you do not walk alone. Subscribe, and let us continue together on this journey of faith.